Today is May 10th, 2024. Yesterday, I had a doctor's appointment. Drove her out to Moore. Some lady had said, well, I was to find out what was going on. They said she talks about everything. They sold the login, honey. Like the first month, went across the nation. It's for we all here. Moment by moment, the M13 drug cartel is live streaming their protected custody cases. It's on Google. So, who the hell are you? Okay. I start going through stuff. Right now, my car's bugged. Some of the guys that work the case are up in Ravenna. Okay. So, I've been really sick to my stomach again. All this, the harassment of intestinal swelling from the beating from that idiot I was married to. Okay. I pull over, I do, at a gas station, do statements. Okay. Go and use the bathroom. Okay. Go down and get something to eat. I was thinking maybe if I eat, I'll feel better. And then I had to be over in Akron. I didn't want to get on the highway because my stomach started really hurting. And the either Google Maps or MapQuest, it took me like this roundabout way. And I'm like doubling up in a car by then. I had to pull over to a Home Depot on Arlington Road. Bought myself way out there. Okay. And I go in to use the bathroom. Okay. Some guys outside the bathroom. We found out they were even beating her before under drugs. You're slow, right? Ran all those bruises. Running up heart racing, severely personal affection. They were raping me under drugs. Okay? But when I first walked in, two guys followed me in. They said that there was a group of people following. They were to find out what was going on because they wanted to extort money out of her. And they found out what's going on. They said, no, that's funny. Then back by the bathroom, that guy saying, I go to leave. Some guys on the phone. I found the tape of the rape. They better do something about it. I had to go to work. My stomach was still hurting till the whole time I was there. Now, do I find these people funny? And then you're gonna, what kind of low educated, brainwashed idiots think you can extort money out of somebody with stocking tapes? Peking Tom tapes. Like they said, all they have is freaking Peking Tom tapes. They can't hire a stalker. There's stalking laws. Try it on Google. Your spouse can't interfere in your personal private life. Go to jail for it. You can sue both of them. You can't hire a stalker. Like they said, that idiot can't hire a stalker. Okay. Let alone the drug cartel. To run a sextortion scheme where they had tried to kill me 4 times, so they decided to frame me. Girls laughed at these people last fall. All they have is stocking tapes. You're kidding. That was her whole backup plan if she didn't die. Stocking tapes. Where they had drugged her up and told her to say it before and photoshopped washing and stocking tapes. That was her whole backup plan if she didn't die. You're kidding, and they're busting out laughing. Busting out laughing. That was her whole backup plan if she didn't die. You're kidding me. No, it's pretty pathetic, isn't it? They tried to kill me, it didn't work, and their backup plan was breaking Tom tape stocking tapes. Where they photoshopped washing and roofied me and told me to say stuff. I was waking up with bruises, heart racing, severely personal infection, go to the doctor, I don't know what's wrong with me here. I'm being human trafficked out under drugs. They should have been arrested the first day. There's no excuse. Everybody that put their name on it should have been arrested for violating me and my family by selling pornography of us using the bathroom, showering, whatever. It's voyeurism tapes, sex trafficking videos. They have kiddie porn of my grandkids using the bathroom. Since when is that legal? Or stalking somebody legal? Breaking in, drugging somebody up, putting something in someone's drink or stabbing them with a needle. Since when is that legal? Lie, you have sodium pentothal reports in your amnesia drug, date rape drugging somebody. Tell them to say something stupid so they don't know what happened to them. Beat and rape them under drugs. Since when is that legal? And human traffic them to the cartel. And hiring the drug cartel to do it on your own. Since when is that legal? A sextortion act. It's not. Today they started following me again. So I pulled over. And I went through what that agent said on a recorded line. How he admitted he told on me before. Met with all of them. Was acting like a crazy called person about going along with strangers' lying. The thinking you were sick. I went over how I had endometriosis. All the different surgeries I had. That, I ended up having my appendix out because I'm screaming so bad, doubled up, and they took it out. It didn't look bad, but the way she screamed, I couldn't risk it. Then a couple months later, screaming again. Have you ever been checked for cyst? I had a 4-foot cyst growing inside me, bursting. Had to have brain treatments. Medication caused kidney stones, get knocked in and out. For them to put stents in and out of my kidneys. It was crazy. I mean, I was so sick. It was ridiculous. So cysts bursting inside me. I got scars in my belly button around, thick, heavy scars where they had to keep recutting me open to, where the cysts were bursting so bad. I was bleeding in my stomach. One time I was bleeding so bad, they said if I wouldn't have been in the hospital, I would have died. Got so bad my uterus flipped over. They take I do a lower hysterectomy. Then a few months later, I attacked my ovaries. They had cut me side to side, take my ovaries out. Then my gallbladder from all that quit working. They took my gallbladder out. And then I had scar tissue form in a ball. They had to take it out. And then I finally got better. One day I started bleeding really heavy. I have nothing to bleed from. One of those kidney stones, I kinked the kidney tube. The kidney itself was bleeding, so they cut my back 4 inches. Take the damaged part, repair it. And that's when my muscles locked from all the trauma over 2.5 years. I go to doctors that were crackpots. Falsely diagnosed me, gave me medication. My feet start swelling. Like, is it the medication? No. You got an underlying condition brought out from those surgeries. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Went in, gave me more medicine, sent me to other doctors. More swelling. More. To the point my legs are popping out of place from swelling. Go to orthopedic doctors are pulling out turkey-based syringes of fluid, putting steroids in. Walking with canes and braces. My thyroid quits working, my adrenal. My heart valves enlarge. And I end up in cardiac wards on calcium blockers and nitro pills. Okay? My brain starts swelling. They tell me I have level 2 brain tumors. I need to have my pituitary gland out from all their meds. My stomach's bleeding. They tell me I need a bag on my side to go to my doctor. I'm like, I've gained 150 pounds in a year. I'm like, what on earth do you think I should do? No, she's like, well, for one thing, we're going to have a long talk about those other doctors are doing. The only thing's wrong with you is you have a golden ticket insurance company. I'm like, what? She's like, there's nothing wrong with you. Here I'm dying from medical malpractice. It's a medication making you sick. Get off that medicine, you'll be fine. They're getting kickbacks from the drug companies from $200 to $1,000 per bad prescription, sharing with their associates and friends, and now wanting to do unnecessary procedures. Get off that medicine, you'll be fine. Go to Dr. Eli. He occurs. Puts me on fentanyl patches because my muscles are locked tight from all the trauma. They cut it in so many different places over 2.5 years. All the muscles and nerve ends didn't have time to heal, and so the muscles contracted and wouldn't release. I got to get you out enough pain to move those muscles. As you move those muscles, blood flow, get back into them. When they relax, then we'll build new muscle tissue and you'll be fine. Everything else is induced by the medicine. Get off of it, you'll be fine. First month I lost 30 pounds. Second month, I'm pulling myself around stores, malls. Got so much pain I ended up in the hospital. By the end of the second month, beginning of the third month, I could drive my own car. Only thing that was wrong with me is my muscles locked up. When kept losing, I have like 3 arms because I got all this extra skin from where they made me so heavy. By April, I'm almost well. I went from a 24 to a 16. Deflating like a balloon. Pull myself up and down stores, streets, malls. Do my own grocery shopping, practicing walking around the house all the time. Dr. Eli was mad because I wasn't getting well faster. He said I had a lady running on a treadmill in 9 months. I'm learning to walk because I have all that swelling. I mean, I waddle like a duck and boom, on the ground. Waddle like a duck, boom, on the ground. Everybody's encouraged me when I show up at church. I always see you out, pull yourself up and down stores, malls. You're going to beat this. Look at all the weight you lost. It's like, well, they talk about remission. It can't happen fast enough. Then May 3rd, 2003, we're all at home. And that's when Brian shows up and tells me that Phil, there was a church baseball game. Lee Carr was showing off. Nobody could believe he couldn't stop. He ran a stop sign into a semi, killed him and Tyler. And everybody's panicking, you know. He didn't want. Come July, I finished getting well. I'm almost well in April. The accident I had nothing to do with happened May 3rd, 2003. I got well in July of 2003. Because the only thing that was wrong with me is my muscles locked up from the surgery. I learned to walk on swollen feet and legs. I was so swelled up. One doctor said it's almost like you need dialysis. You're still urinating. You have so much fluid on your body. Okay. Come November of 2003, my sister Linda was married to Harold Strange's son Tim. She was out one day seeing him with Katie. Well, she started following him. Okay. She came up to me at church. I was following him again. Okay. She said, I got caught. I think it was you. I'm sorry. Be careful. I'm like, great. Well, the next Sunday morning, Danny came home from church. You're not my mother. I don't have listening. I was like, whoa, you're 14. You're grounded. He runs off. Josh walks in the room. What on earth is wrong with Danny? I said, I don't know. Let's go look for him. So we drive up down the streets. We go over to his girlfriend Heather's house. And Brasilia, her sister, and her mom Joy was there. And they said, well, Danny's been thinking about killing himself. I said, kill himself? He's 14. He said that minister wants him to help destroy people in the church. And he said he'd rather kill himself than help destroy somebody. That's my baby. I'm panicking. I'm driving up and down the streets. See that minister's car at the church? And we pull in. I said, Josh, I don't want him to know Danny's acting out until I find out what on earth is going on. I said, wait here. I go to walk and he pins me to the door by my face. Confess you were never sick. That's ridiculous. That was a 4-year episode. He even came prayed for me at the hospital for the surgeries. That's ridiculous. I said, I would never do that. And he's like, you're a spoiled little brat. Nobody likes in this church. I was like, well, you never did like me. He said, you'll be lucky to see your kid again. You are Satan, and just the sight of you would hurt the church's children. Like I'm that ugly. Just the sight of me. Not that I would, but just looking at me. Now get off my property. You'll be lucky to see your kid again, and pushes me out. I walk out, I got a wall on my face. I'm like, take me to Daddy's, took Danny. He went up to Pizza Hut because Dave didn't always have those big jobs. I told him, I saw a mark on my face. I took Danny. I'll clock out, go home, and I'll come get you and we'll go find out what on earth is going on with Danny. I go home, I'm crying. I call my mom. She calls over there. And she said, you better be giving Danny back. I said, we'll give him back when we're done. She screamed at him. She called me back. She said, Karen, this is crazy. People, I'm never going back there. They're not going to take me. Taking people's kids. This is crazy. Dave got home from that church, and I said, "Where's Danny?" He said, "Strange that you're Satan and you could never go to church again." I went, "Why? Where's Danny? He'll give him back when he's done." Jerry and Michelle next door went over. I was crying my eyes off. And Dave went, he said, "You're Satan. Don't look at me." And he ran. He took off. A damn fool. I'm crying my eyes out. And Jerry's like, "I'd rip that door off that church and get my kid." My mom called back and I'm crying. And I'm talking to her. Dave shows back up. "I'm going to be going to church early. And you're not ever allowed to go to church again." Strange says, "You're Satan." Got Danny back that night. He was shaking like this. His whole body like he had cerebral palsy. He lied. He lied. He lied. "I'm so sorry, Mom. You lied." Next morning, I hear a car start. I go out. It's Danny. He's 14. He's taking the car. There's a big tree in the middle of Lennox. He's going towards it. And I'm running after him, screaming. He looks back and goes, and slumps over. The car rolls to a stop. I get down there and he's passed out. Pushed him over. Got the car home. Josh and I got him in. I leave him alone for a moment to get a drink and go to the bathroom. I had the dirt bike stuck. There used to be a telephone pole at the end of Lennox. Thank God they had dropped gravel around it. He's on that dirt bike. He takes off and he's racing towards it. And I'm running, screaming. Looks back and he wrecks in the gravel. All caught up. We ended up in the crisis center. He told them that Strange took him that day. That he starved him all day. Screamed at him on the pulpit till he passed out. And that's why he tried to kill himself. And he didn't remember half the day. He screamed at him till he did what he was told. He was still diagnosed with post-traumatic syndrome. Georgine Volvus, a child and adolescent Stark County social worker. He told her the same thing. Told Linda at the Child and Adolescent Center in Stark County, and it's documented in Stark County, that minister took my kid and pushed him to suicide. Said that he took him that day, wouldn't let him leave. Starved him, screamed at him on the pulpit till he passed out. Didn't remember half the day. Diagnosed with post-traumatic syndrome. He had to go to counseling. He told us Stark County psychiatrist for the Child and Adolescent Center the same thing. Stranger took him, wouldn't let him leave, starved him all day, and screamed at him on the pulpit till he passed out, and screamed at him till he did what he was told. Georgine Volvusa called Dave, asked him what is part of him taking Danny. He said, "I want to talk to you without a lawyer." She said, "Well, put it this way. Anything happens to Danny or your wife again, we'll go back 20 years, and we'll take care of you ourselves. We'll help your wife put them in jail for what they did to him. You understand? Nothing better happened to him." They backed way off. I think they were going to kill me in 2003 because they thought I caught Tim and Katie together, covered up. And because the social workers were involved, they backed way off. My mother was way up in her 60s. They started nailing her tires. Sharp objects into her tires till she moved to Illinois. She did a police report in Mount Carmel, Illinois, and the police down there said if you wouldn't have moved, they would have killed you. It's an assault. By then we didn't have insurance. I had to go get a full-time job. I had to hire babysitters to sit with Danny so he wouldn't try to harm himself. Got down to 118 pounds at 6 foot. There's a couple times I almost hospitalized him. He became bulimic, and that's why he has no teeth. He was throwing up all the time. And he was on medication and counseling for like 2 years. I couldn't leave him alone for like 9 months to a year. Had to have people sit with him. Had to hire babysitters. Make sure he'd be okay. And go out and work and pay for the medication, the counseling. And take care of him. Dave wouldn't help with any of it. Got a tutor for school. Now, do I think the Vegas wanting any attention out of any of that funny or sympathy? Anybody back in Strange's lie to cover up his son's adultery? Willing to push a kid to suicide to cover him up because he's an occult leader? Funny. And those doctors, where they encouraged me to sue him for 2 years, they need to thank God I didn't. They enlarged my heart valves, made my whole body swell, including my brain. And they almost killed me. They better thank God I never sued them. I'd be a multi-millionaire. Like they said at Altman Hospital, no one's ever backed those doctors from before. My God, they were all lying. To the point they said she had brain tumors and there was nothing wrong with her. Her muscle locked up and it was the medication making her sick. They're just ripping off her insurance. No one's ever backed them. And they had somebody impersonate a doctor from our hospital, Altman Hospital, selling information. I would own Altman. Like some lady investigator said. What was that agent thinking? No doctor of hers could ever talk to him. There's HIPAA violations. I would own them. It's the stupidest scam in the world. I would own them. Now, do I think it's funny that agent acted like a crazy cult person, act like he was going along with that? And the church people, see, what was it? November 6th of 22, something like that, was a Sunday. I'm in Trinity Gospel. Some new lady was working the case. Said, "Parents okay anymore. I found the protected custody case." I thought, who the hell are you? The sheriff's watching me. Who the hell are you? The police watch me. So if you just found the case, who the hell are you? Okay? I'm sitting there with my client. The guy's like, well, it was verified by officers. The agent that returned her phone call was the one up at that church telling on her before he talked to her. Oh my Lord. Yeah, he's the one that told her before she called him back. Before he even talked to her, he was the one up at that church telling on her. It was verified by officers. The agent that called her back told on her. Oh my Lord. They walk out. We get home, my client turns on FBI cases on TV. Different protected custody stuff. Sits up and smiles at me like the Grinch that stole Christmas. Karen, you ever been part of one of those? Like, that's a personal question. I had another investigator. We were wondering why all those people showed up and thought they could say something about her when she called the FBI. They should have been arrested. They should have been arrested on the spot. Nip that call. They should have been arrested. There's stalking laws. It's right on Google. Your spouse cannot interfere in your personal private life. They cannot have someone watch you. They go to jail, you can sue them both. Right to privacy. See, that's where my one son, he said, what's wrong with those people in the church? They have a penis disorder. I'm like, what's that? They think if you don't have a penis, you don't have rights. Women and children have no rights. That men can do whatever they want. It's an occult disorder. Mentality. That they could, like other lady investigators. It is a cult mentality. They didn't think she could have rights. They could exploit her and violate her on every level. Exactly. And these people think they can make money off that? Huh. Go to jail for that shit. That's where those girls were laughing at him last fall. All these people have is their stocking tapes. You're kidding. That was their whole backup plan, and she didn't die with stocking tape? You're kidding. Where they admitted they photoshopped washing in stocking tapes? And they had drugged her up and told her to say stuff in stocking tapes? That's all they got? You're kidding. And they were dying laughing at them. Yeah. That was their whole backup plan if she didn't die, was stocking tapes. And they were mocking them. Pretty pathetic, isn't it? That was their whole backup plan. If I didn't die, to roofie me and tell me to say something stupid. Huh? And Photoshop washing and stocking tapes, that's pathetic. Freaking peeking top tapes. There's right to privacy laws, brick house laws. Nobody can be in your home. There's sex trafficking videos of people. Or Zoom tapes taking pictures of people naked without their permission. That's a good sentence. Kiddie porn of little kids going potty. Very long sentence. Drugs, kidnapping, attempted murder, assault, rape, human trafficking. Should I go on? Sextortion. Like several life sentences in federal prison for anybody putting their name on it. There was nothing for that agent to laugh at. Now, he better be telling the cops that he did it to get in the drug cartel. Or they need to arrest him for being so dirty it's ridiculous. Because the other police out this area want to know if our police are slow. They should have arrested that agent the first day. For the way he talked to you. I told him, somebody on a recorded line, somebody told on me before, you liar. And he confesses it was him. I told him the guy that threatened to knife me at Giant Eagle. You liar. I said, well, he tried to kidnap me before. You liar. Now, Terry let me tape her with her permission. She's seen him. He says, even if a church person seen him, they would never back you. I have met with that family in their office that lost their kid in that traffic accident. I had nothing to do with it. Okay? He said, and I met with all those church people. I know they're trying to kill you because you were faking you were sick and faking you got well while they were grieving. That was stranger's lie. Cover up his kid's adultery. It's like, I really was sick before. He's like, you liar. Was there a camera above that bench or not? I don't know. You either say you're a liar or I'll put you in jail. And what? He yells it again. I said, I'll arrest you and I'll say it or what? Or I'll put you in jail. It's like, fine, whatever. We're on a recorded line. No, I want you to say you were faking you were sick before. That's utterly ridiculous. I have the diagnosis of the false diagnosis of level 2 brain tumors. MRI report showing the swelling, blood work showing everything's shutting down. It's ridiculous. I said I really was sick before. He's like, I've met with that family in my office, the ones that are making up shit to kill people, that are trying to control people with their tragedy and then trying to exploit other people and harm them, make up a reason to kill them. The serial killing family? You had them in their office, you didn't arrest them, right? I've had that family in their office that lost their kid in that traffic accident. And all those church people, I met with all of them. What'd you just say? You said you told on me. And I know they're trying to kill you because you were faking you were sick before. It's like, I really was sick. You need to realize what you've done. I said, I didn't do anything. I really was sick. And I don't blame him for trying to kill you. That's what he said. I said, I really was sick. You say it all over there. They'll try to kill me so. They've tried to kill me so. Say it or I'll leave there. I start begging for my life. Then say it or I'll leave there. It's like, fine, just don't let them kill me. Why would that be? I help a person like you. They're going to try to kill me. So, they've tried to kill me. So. And then the scam of Pete, where it's Alex and a beard and it's a cartel pulling the scam. We could always use Pete's tape, but blah, blah. No, only Pete I know is my brother Medina. I said, what are you talking about? And it's a shower scene in the other room and it's talking to her. Found out later. Didn't even know who he was talking about. And then he said something else about Pete, and it's one of my black and blue marks. My rapist, he's laughing at me. It's Alex impersonating me. I said, what are you talking about? Stop. She don't know. I bet you're going to say you don't know about this doctor sharing your information. I don't even know who he is. You know, I told him, I said, I don't know what you're talking about. Here's some guy impersonating your doctor. I thought, well, maybe it's that woman that stole my insurance and was using, because back then I just had to call in your insurance information. And this one woman had 2 little girls, I found out, and was using my insurance, stayed in the hospitals, got procedures done, we got stuck with the bills. You didn't have to show ID, you just called it in later. Okay? I thought maybe it's one of her bills. And I said, I don't know what you're talking about. Here's just some guy impersonating your doctor. Okay? Big dark scam. I would own that person if he was real. I said, what are you talking about? He's like, stop, she don't know. Apparently you didn't know either, buddy. Okay. He said, give me a real reason why the FBI would help a person like you. I tell him about my brother-in-law, Craig. He's like, first of all, have you talked to any law enforcement up here? I said, I've only talked to 2 officers, and they were selling August 8th of 18. I had a light in my security system. They showed up, and they said it looked like an alien orb or an angry spirit. I'm like, sir, it's hot out there. And I said, I offered them water because I thought they were dehydrated, because who talks like that? He started laughing. You're kidding, right? I said, no, and then they told me to buy a big dog and let a dog handle it. That's how they handle it in the country. They didn't want bothered. He's like, you're kidding. I said, matter of fact, I've not even had my neighbors in my home. I've only had my family and repair guys and installation guys. I haven't had anybody in my home. I don't know what you're talking about. He clears his throat. I'll stop. You've not had anybody in your home. I said, no, I don't even know what you're talking about. Then he offers to take me and leave me somewhere with no money. Then he offers me the informant program. He has open an account with $5,000 a month. Life of peace as an informant. Nothing legally stated, dated against you, can, and only for you, and only for you would we ever do this for. We'll always put it back as if it never happened, and you can't be legally charged for anything again for working this case, and and you have that money to live on even when you tell. Admit to no wrongdoing, and I'll take care of everything in the end. But if you try to tell someone unless you're crazy, and nobody can help you. 14th Amendment, you cannot withhold protection, you cannot seize money, but do access of the law, and you have to be sued and found guilty. You can't just steal. It's embezzlement. I told the prosecutor's office in Stark County, a guy from there, he started laughing till I cried. That agent can't talk to you like that, and the police would know they can't go along with it. He cannot ask you to stay quiet. It takes a judge and a jury trial to put a gag order on you. No sitting judge would sign his own arrest warrant by taking your freedom of speech away outside a jury trial. It's the First Amendment, freedom of speech. Criminal attorney and other police out this area. That agent was only bullying you so they get away with it. He doesn't have that kind of authority. And he can't tell people they can't help you. And he cannot just seize your money. He stole over $335,000. And he fed me to the drug cartel. He confessed he told on me. He talked to everyone before me. And witnessed by officers. It was him, the agent, that returned my call. Telling on before. And he confessed on a recorded line. And mocked a victim. There's badgering laws, obstruction justice, tampering with witnesses, and evidence laws. And he may have stole $10 million where I gave him information where Michael Peterson was bragging that he was smuggling oil into the U.S. under Trackasami in 21. And I sent in all the information, and Trekasami was arrested for selling oil out from underneath his government. There was a $10 million reward. He may have stole it too. I'm going to upload this. None of this is funny. Last year in October, the investigators found the Stark County records where it is documented that minister pushed my son to suicide. My mom moved to Illinois and she made a police report in Mount Carmel, Illinois, telling them what happened in 2003 with my son and that they were nailing her tires till she moved away. And they said if she wouldn't have moved away, they would have killed her. It's an occult. I don't think that occult is funny. Hiring the drug cartel. It is documented. I was framed by the drug cartel. August 22nd of 23, Officer Mark told the lady it's documented and verified I was framed by the drug cartel. And it's also documented that cult tried to have me killed. Like the investigator said, I looked her up. Karen's a victim of an occult that hurt her and tried to kill her before. And it's also documented they hired the drug cartel to frame me. My whole family defended me. That agent opened a real case with statements and had the police document everything. My whole family defended me, including Dave. The one set of grandkids got caught stating they were making everything up for Michelle and Papa to get the house. Auntie Michelle and Papa. Michelle is Savannah. A scam. They said March 20th, 24. They even made up Pete to get away with this. They made up everything on her. Walmart 62. They have mocked the FBI June 7th, 23. Oh, they fooled him. Dared him to fix it July 9th, 23. Mocked him repeatedly since the beginning of the case and mocked me where I woke up with bruises. I go out and I would work in the lawn, come and wash my hands, make something to eat and drink, go use the bathroom, wash my hands, come out, take a drink in the room and go dizzy. And then black, wake up with more marks. I'm in the bathroom throwing up, by the doctor, I don't know what's wrong with me. Wake up with marks that look like injection marks and then giant bruises. Throwing up. Severe personal infection until I could hardly pee. Almost passing out in front of people. Orange, grapefruit, lemon-sized bruises all over me. What's wrong with me? I know the well water's dirty. I'm just washing it is making my personal area of this impacting where all these marks come from. Here I'm being drugged, beaten, raped, and human trafficked out of my own house. And I never seen anybody, and I never talked to anybody. You want to talk about scary movie shit? Of predators preying on people in their home? And they said, did you fall? No. Maybe you're coming to me, but give me iron pills. Suffer headaches, throwing up, severe personal infection, pills and creams. I thought that just washing in the well water was killing me, trying to make sense of what was happening to me. And nobody thought of sexual predators.